Hey, perfect spirit. I'm Sam Shelley, the Miracle Man. Now let's create a miracle in your life right here, right now. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. So I talk about getting rid of stress, worry, anxiety. It could be the panic attacks. It could be the fear. So we just need to get rid of all this head trash, all that noise that's creating all these disturbances. We just need to throw that out. I also call that a mental junk drawer. We need to throw that out, burn it, get rid of it. So we get rid of this and tap into our true self, the spirit, the soul. We don't want to get hung up on language, but we just want to get rid of this and tap into this. So today I'm going to talk about transformation. So I was just creating a new event. So I'll bring up this material I just created, this graphic, and you'll see two photos of me. One on the left from like 2005, 2006, when I was really filled with head trash. All these stories about my health, dealing with the stories with multiple sclerosis. Because at that time with the MS, my eyesight wasn't very good. You see, I had my walking stick there, my cane, because my balance was off, because I had all this damage done to my nervous system from the multiple sclerosis. But one thing is interesting that I forgot about. On the door, if you notice, there's these yellow and orange sheets. They're all filled with notes of things not to forget when I leave. Like maybe my cooling vest, maybe medication if I was traveling far. But just all these things, maybe my cell phone, my wallet, just all this stuff I had to remember. Because at that time, my memory wasn't very good. I was always fatigued as well. And then when I look at this photo on the left, I see it seemed really heavy. When you're trapped in this head trash, it really feels like a weight on your shoulders, all these burdens that you're carrying around, wondering what else is going to go wrong. Am I going to be okay? All these stories created all that heaviness. Then if you look at this other photo, this was taken in, I think, late 2019. I know it was before, the current issues with COVID. I know it was before that. But I haven't changed much since then. But you can see how much lighter I seem, how free I am there, that I have no more health challenges. The MS is gone, the bipolar, the psoriasis, the psoriatic arthritis, and the migraines. When I was dealing with all that head trash, I was dealing with these chronic migraines, 2 to 3 migraines a month. And the worst months were even worse. And they would throw me into the ER once in a while. It was from all this stress, all the overwhelm, all the burdens that I was carrying. So we just clear that out. So let me pull that graphic down now. So let's talk about transformation. It's nice that we can go to a conference, a seminar, get all revved up. Yeah, we're going to do this. But what happens when you go home? That wanes that motivation because the head trash wasn't cleared. It was still there. You just overrode it temporarily. Just a temporary override. But we need to get down to how do we really get rid of this? Because the true transformation comes from here, within your spirit, within your soul. And for me, it was that perfect spirit. And you also have this perfect spirit that's never touched by the human experience. This light is always shining bright. And this mind is weighing you down, creating all this darkness. So it's actually the dark night of the mind and not the dark night of the soul. The soul's always shining bright. And the Indian sages knew this from thousands of years ago when they say namaste. Namaste basically means the light within me acknowledges the light within you, acknowledging that we are this one light, this one consciousness, this one spirit. We are that. So we have to get rid of this, if you will, throw it out, and remember our light. And the way to our light is not through forcing it, that I must get there, I must get there. It's through relaxation. It's through the state of peace. That peace is really the energy of transformation. It's not a place of force, it's a place of power. And you relax into that, dive into that, to remember who you are outside the stories. No, all I was identified before was with thoughts. Even when I began meditation, it was like, stop thinking, stop thinking, stop thinking. Then I realized that was a thought chasing a thought. But once I realized, within 2 weeks, I said, wait a second, that's a thought chasing a thought. Then I realized I had thoughts, but I wasn't my thoughts. So if I wasn't my thoughts, then who am I? And that answer came roughly 3 months later. And when I heard that voice say perfect spirit, I'm like, that's it. I'm perfect spirit. I'm not the mind. I'm not the body. I'm not all this stuff. And I'm not this form. So you too are a perfect spirit. But we forget this because we're so identified with the labels, which begins with our name. We get so identified with our name, and our name has so much story behind it. We need to let that go in a way, not attach to it. Yet names are useful to communicate, but we don't have to make it our permanent reality. Because this meat suit, if you will, this body, is going to drop away and our consciousness will remain. But we attach to so much that we're not even aware of. And it's very subtle. But if you want to transform, it's a very simple process. But you have to do this process daily. You can't do it here, there, whenever you just feel like it. You need to do it at least once a day, twice a day, maybe 3 times a day. Whatever it is for you, there is no recipe or blueprint. I can't give you that recipe, that blueprint. That's up to you to decide. But it has to be done daily and as frequently or as infrequently as you want, but it must be done daily because it's cumulative, building up the quieting down the mind and tuning into spirit is a daily practice. But my practice was very simple. And we'll do it right here, right now, because it only takes a moment or two. So we're just going to sit here, close our eyes to remove those external stimulations. When thoughts arise, and they will, you don't judge, you don't condemn yourself. You just come back to my voice, maybe feeling your feet on the ground. And if the story rises up again, just gently bring yourself back with no criticism, no judgment. Story, back to this moment. Story, thoughts, anxiety, stress, worry. Just notice that and come back to this moment. So now you can open your eyes and just notice, did you feel more relaxed, more at peace in that moment? You probably did. If you keep doing that, the peace increases daily until it becomes your permanent reality. The mind will never drag you around all over the place because we see, oh, there goes that mind pulling me out of this moment. Let me bring myself back. So this is how we create transformation. It's not complex. It's not difficult. It's just coming back to here because all of our power is right here, right now. Anytime we're lost in this story, we're in a disempowered state. Because if you're up in here, you can't be here. You can't be 2 places at once. You're either in the mind or in your heart. Mind, heart. Our story, feet. Story, here. What am I touching? What am I holding? Where are my feet standing on, resting on? What am I sitting on? All these kind of observations is you, because you are the witness. You are the observer. We're not up in here. So that's the story of transformation. You don't need to make it complex. It's very simple. Story here, story here. So thanks for watching today. So let me know what topics you would like to discuss, what's coming up for you, and how can we simplify your life. Notice how this is making it really complex, difficult, and painful? Well, there's a way out of that. It's just to be here and to realize this is just my current experience, but this is my permanent reality. So tap into your spirit. That is the permanent reality. an energy that was never born, that never dies. Yes, this body will fade away someday, but your energy will remain. And you may end up in another human body. You may end up someplace else. No one can tell you for certain what happens when this body drops away. There's theories, but there's actually nothing known because we don't live on the other side, if you will. We're right here in this moment. We can only guess what may happen on the other side, but it's not a reality until we have that experience. So we have knowledge and experience. Transformation happens in the experience. All right, take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.